What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live trading day. Actually, no, it's not live trading, just a trade recap on today. I seriously have not been trading. I didn't trade Monday because price action was terrible. Didn't trade Tuesday because we had news, and didn't trade. Oh no, I looked to trade Tuesday, and there was choppy price action. Plus, I was in the airport. I was still dragging around my laptop, so I was looking, but I didn't see anything. It was literally just sideways chop. I think I posted about it on Insta, but and then yesterday we had CPI and I was golfing, so I did not trade yesterday. Um, Today would have been a pretty good opportunity. However, I could not find any um confirmation confluences or entries. Right, so I did get. I'll go kind of go through it. So my bias on the day, we'll just use Nasdaq for this. But my bias for the day was bullish. A couple reasons. One, we swept London session lows. Two, the 4 hour was actually bearish. But however, the 1 minute was bullish because we did get to break a structure right here over that candle. And we kind of swept all this low resistance liquidity here. So we swept all the liquidity. There wasn't anything much lower. We had to go all the way down here, which I didn't think we were going to really do because we swept London session lows. Now, however, it was a little bit of a risk because we had PPI today that took out London session highs, which then took us down to the lows, which I did think we were going to take us back up to the highs, which is what happened. So pretty, a little bit out of a higher time frame chop, but I'm okay with that. So we took out all these lows on this candle right here. As you can see, we took out all the lows. Or maybe we didn't take out this on this index, but yeah, we did another index. So then after that, I was like, okay, yeah, I think we are bullish. Because if we go back here, like I was saying, we also had an SMT, which pretty much I didn't think got really filled. Oh no, sorry, we were aiming for Asian session highs today. So we had news that took out London session highs. Um, and so I was just looking for a retrace up into Asian session highs because we had the SMT here. As you can see, we had higher lows on NQ and on ES. We had lower lows. So I was a little nervous that this data high kind of took out the price action there, but it didn't, and we just got to retrace off into the fair value gap right there, which that was my overall another confluence. That was my 5 minute confluence, was this SMT and this fair value gap kind of getting filled there. Now, this whole time I was kind of looking for entries, mostly off fair value gaps, because those fair value gaps are imbalances in the market right here. So we had one right here, kind of got filled. Then, which I didn't really see, like I said, I was looking for these to get filled. The only confluence I did see that I could have taken was equilibrium. So technically on the 5 minute here, you can see we have equilibrium between the highs and the lows right here. We had equilibrium here and here. We had equilibrium get filled right in the middle on that wick right there. I did see that get filled, and I was going to jump on it. The problem is I didn't have any other confluence, which equilibrium's a tough confluence to just take on its own. However, equilibrium was right here, and it did make this SMT. And after I saw the SMT, I probably should have entered. Because an SMT is a pretty good confluence. Again, it's hard to take these when you don't look at the difference here. This and this, and you can look, it lines up. Bam, bam. So it's really hard to take a confluence like this. So I had my panel box drew out here, and I was just looking for try to get in, and I really did not feel comfortable getting out on anything. So you can see now we hit London session highs. We're just gonna chop the rest of the whole day. However, I was looking at stuff, but it was mostly just like a chop within here. The really wicky. I think that was just because of news. It was really wicky. Now, being that this was a news day. I did kind of expect that, and I actually was expecting not to trade today. But our price action today is actually pretty decent, and I hope into the future we can actually continue price action like this because it is a lot better than what we've been doing. Um, so yeah, I think that's the only confidence I could have took. I mean, I was looking for all kinds of things. This imbalance on here and this fair value gap got inverse, and I was looking for all kinds of stuff in here, but like I said, it was wiki. We weren't making many gaps and didn't feel comfortable on the equilibrium and SMT. Although I could have entered off that, which I'm sure, J trades and I think they're all gonna Brady. They're all gonna probably take that today, but we'll have to see. If you don't check me on out, and if you're coming from Instagram, what's up? Because I'm probably gonna post this later. Sorry I talk weird. I have allergies today. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Hopefully another good day. News tomorrow looks okay. We have 10 a.m. news. That sucks. So we'll try to trade after this. Probably no trades tomorrow. If you have 10 a.m. news, that sucks. Today's just a big news week, and I don't really want to get into it. So yeah.